Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for Weekly Update. It's amazing how far you can go. I can't look at myself and take myself seriously. It's amazing how far you can go with a little construction paper and tape. I think this is a improvement even over the me before my hair fell out. It's good, right? My eyebrows are pretty much gone, so I think this is a good improvement. And there's a lot of potential for this, right now I'm getting more of like an angry look, But it's like the police officer from Fooly Cooly. If you've never watched that anime, I suggest you watch it. It's 6 episodes, FLCL. It's on Netflix. It's really funny, but there's a police officer who has eyebrows like this. They're actually bigger, and it's very funny. It's very funny. I wasn't actually going to make a weekly update, but I decided, hey, I figured I'd share this with you, because everyone deserves a little laugh in their day. I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit. There's so much I can do. It's gonna be fun. It's so ridiculous. So yes, try to contain yourself as I try to actually talk. So I finished. I had my 4th round of chemo last week. It was the shortest one I had. It only took 3 days and then a 4th I needed a shot afterwards. I get a shot afterwards every time that kind of boosts my immune system because the chemo kills it. So, it just kind of helps me from becoming completely immunosuppressed in under a day. So yeah. So this one was only 3 days, but the first 2 days I got 3 different chemo agents as opposed to 2, and the last day I got 2. So one of them was actually red colored. They're usually clear, but one of them this time was red colored. And so I decided that they weren't actually giving me chemotherapy. They were just injecting Kool-Aid directly into my blood. But given some of the ingredients that you see in things these days, I wouldn't be surprised if that killed cancer as well as everything else in your body. I just love it. I love it. Today Pikmin 3 comes out, so I'm gonna be getting that soon. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. So yeah, this week, I'm not sure what's going to be happening. I'll try and edit some of the Earthbounds that I recorded last week. I recorded about 6 episodes. I was able to catch up on the Virtual Console, version and record off of the Wii U. So it's pretty good actually. I like the episodes, though. I left off on the last episode trying to get the Sword of Kings. If you know anything about Earthbound, it's one of the most annoying. I mean, all the items with like a 1 in 128 drop chance are annoying to get, but so I was just trying to do that for a while, and I didn't end up getting it, and the recording was taking me till 2:40 in the morning, so I stopped. So I'll try to finish that up sometime this week, and maybe record a few more if I'm feeling better. The week after I have chemo is usually not good for recording, because generally what happens is after the chemo, like, even though it's not in my body anymore, it's still killing all the, its effects last for a little while. So everything dies slowly. Cancer cells, bone marrow, things like that. And for about a week, everything, like my blood count and white count and things like that, they all drop. And then they start rising again, and by the time they get up to a certain point, that's when I can have the next chemo. It's usually like 2 or 3 weeks later. So, so this week is, like the first half of this week is probably not going to be too great for me to record. But, we'll see. Like I said, I'll try to get a video out for you. But no promises, no promises. As for other stuff, I started reading the Game of Thrones series from the beginning. I had already read it once, but I didn't actually own the first or second book in the series. I just have 3, 4, and 5, so I finally went out and got the first 2. So I'm reading through the first one again, and if you guys know it, or if you've watched the show or whatever, the book is I think is probably better. I haven't seen the show, but just looking at a lot of the events, I'm like, oh, that's a reference that I didn't notice that. I gloss over so much of the plot of the first book because I didn't realize what the series would be and how important so many little things would be in the series. So just reading it is just it's very I enjoy reading through stuff like that again because it's just I get lots of that character and that person that was mentioned only briefly, they're going to show up later, and it's going to be fun and games for everybody. I would say I suggest that I recommend this series. It is not, I repeat, not a series that you want to read if you want to be happy. I personally enjoy it because there are a few characters in there that I absolutely love. I love the story and I love the characters. I love how George R.R. Martin just writes everything, but it's just it's not something it's not something that you want to be spoiled for you. So I don't want to talk about specific characters. I just want to say after reading it, I'm rarely happy. I'm satisfied because it's a great book. I am not happy. It's like the adult version of a series of unfortunate events. That's a great way of putting it. Very adult. And with swords. Lots of swords. But, yeah. A series of unfortunate... That's actually pretty good. But yeah, so... Not really much else to say. So, hopefully, like I said, hopefully we'll get some videos and I'll make some more cool eyebrows for you to watch. This is great. And I'll see you guys in the next weekly update. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.